Welcome, 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 everyone, to tonight's Free Jewels call, where I have the honor and pleasure to interview our fabulous Michele Zito, who is the company vice president and leader of Team Shine On. She's my leader, so.
So Joy gets excited.
Lots of hearts, lots of hearts. I get excited for everybody, right? We all need to cheer. We learned today that we all need cheerleaders in our corner, right?
That's right.
Okay.
Love it.
All right. So a little bit about Michele. Michele is in Long Island, and I am in New Jersey. If you are catching this live, if you're here on Zoom joining us or on Facebook, can you put in the chat where you're from? Because the beauty of Park Lane Jewelry is that we are able to connect with each other, to share our love of jewelry. Becky's from Katy, Texas. Wow. East Coast, West Coast, Kentucky, Kansas. Oh my goodness. We got another Katy, Texas. Yay! Ohio, Pennsylvania in the house.
Love it.
Love it, love it, love it. So if you are on Facebook Live, make sure you're putting those where you're from in the comments. Let us know. Also, tag your stylist. Thank you so much. We'd appreciate that as well. A little bit more, besides her being in Long Island and I being in New Jersey. We've both been with Park Lane for about 7, 8 years, right?
Yep.
Right. So, Michele, I would love to know why direct sales.
Yeah, we hope that all of you tonight have come for a range of questions. So if your question is not addressed as we go through these 4 questions that we're going to talk about tonight, feel free to either put them in the chat, put them in the comments, or of course, just ask at the end. You'll have the opportunity to do that. But yeah, a lot of times people are thinking like, why direct sales at all? Why even choose this business model if you're looking for some extra income? Now, I've been in here at Park Lane for 9 years and in direct sales for 23 total years. So I'm obviously a big believer in the direct sales model. But if I was to ask all of you, would you agree that time is really the hottest commodity of what you're looking for right now? I feel like that was a big lesson that came to us out of COVID too, that even more important than money, and there is plenty of money, don't get me wrong, we will talk about that, but that time is really our richest commodity. And what direct sales allows you to do is to make that income around the life and schedule that you're already living. So can you put into the chat or the comments, are you a stay-at-home mom? Do you work full-time? Do you work part-time? Do you take care of aging parents? Do you do volunteer work in your community? These are all things that men and women on our team do their direct sales business around the life, the activities, and the responsibilities that they already have. And I see here in the comments that we have literally everything that I just shared. Oh, except I forgot to say retired, which is another one that I meant to say. Are you retired? Yes, because retired certainly does not mean expired. We have plenty of retirees on our team that are using their Park Lane money to continue or to have the fun that they weren't able to have when they were so busy working. So direct sales really is a solution for that. So if you are needing tuition payments for a child, for yourself, for continuing education, or a spouse, is it that you're looking to do some work on your home or purchase new living room furniture after everyone wore it out sitting on it for 3 years straight during COVID? Are you trying to travel more with your family? Do you just want to put some money in savings? Do you have a credit card or student debt that has been dogging you for weeks, years, or months? These are all of the things that men and women on this team are using their Park Lane money for. So when I was, getting started in direct sales, I was a teacher on maternity leave. And my goal was to continue to be a teacher on maternity leave. I had a 6-month-old baby. And at the time, we needed $600 in order to pay the COBRA. It was my health insurance we were on at the time. And my husband, said, listen, I would love for you to continue to stay home. Is there something part-time that you could do to just make that 600? And I had attended a show. The woman told me that she made $200 at my party. So I said, okay, well, it seems to me then that if I book 3 parties, I'll have $600. And that's what I did. I bought a kit. I did 3 shows in June of 2000, made $604.62. My husband and I looked at each other like, oh my gosh, it's really just like that, huh? So, all right, let's see if we can make $1,000. So I booked 2 more shows for the next month, and then I made $1,000. The month after that, somebody joined, and we were like, oh wait, you get more money for that too. So fast forward 23 years later, I'm now on the world's longest maternity leave because those children are now 23, 21, and 19 because I continued, having more kids. And here we are, way surpassing just paying that COBRA. So is your amount today $600? Is it $1,000? Is it $604.62 like it was for me? Whatever it is, we can help you with that. So whether you're trying to get ahead on some money, pay off some debts, the flexibility of doing it around your existing life and activities is what direct sales allows you to do on the time that you're willing to make for your business. So that's that.
Listen, I can attest. Yes, it is very easy to set a goal, a particular number, and work toward that number when you have a approximate idea of how many parties you want to do or how many events or how many sales you need, and you can easily calculate the amount of money you're going to make. So I agree. But what we want to know is, why jewelry?
Yeah, that's a big question. And it's funny though, because I'm really speaking to a Zoom and room full of believers here, right? Because if you're going to get involved in direct sales, listen, we all know there's about 1 million direct sales companies out there, right? Number one, you want to sell a product that you love. And I know that you all love jewelry. Many of you are already repeat, longtime groupie customers. If you are a groupie, go ahead and give yourself a shout out. You can wear that badge of honor. We'll get you a t-shirt one day. And that is, something that you love. Now, jewelry is a fantastic choice to sell because it is one of the top 3 gifts that are out there that are given. Jewelry, candy, flowers. Only one of those stands the test of time. Well, 2, if we count what is still stuck to my legs over the years, but only one stands the test of time, and that is jewelry. It has never gone out of style. It never will go out of style. There's jewelry in King Tut's tomb, and there's someone buying jewelry on a Park Lane website right now as we speak. We have a wide range of customer, right? Because we sell to young and old, men and women, every kind of style. We were able to shift our business to a completely online business model during COVID. We're able to shift it back to going to both in-person and online now that for those that want to get back to doing the in-person events, some have chosen to stay fully online, knowing that that model works beautifully. So our job isn't magically going to go away because people love jewelry, and that people is you. So it's just a matter of, are you going to continue to spend money on the jewelry, or would you like to try to make a go at making the money with the jewelry? And that's why jewelry.
Now, but why Park Lane jewelry?
And that's the question of the hour, right? Or the question of the 30 minutes, right? Why Park Lane jewelry? Now, of course, people have tons of options where they can buy their jewelry, but you all, again, as many of our regulars and groupies know, and some of you actually may not be regulars and groupies. Some of you may this be your first exposure to this. Park Lane is a family run. I should actually, let me specify. It is a family owned and operated business. That's a lot different than a family owned business or a family run business. So it's family owned and operated. And what that really means is not that I'm about to give you a dissertation about the history of Park Lane. What it does mean is I want to give you some background as to why our programs can be and are superior. So when Park Lane was started back in 1955, Arthur and Shirley were newlyweds and wanted to run a business of some kind. They hired 3 different advisors, all of whom came back with jewelry is the product. So they did go with that, and they took out a small family loan. I believe it was $1,800. And that right there represents the only debt that Park Lane's ever had. So with that, when they began to make money and be profitable, instead of just always spending that money, they chose to reinvest it repeatedly into Park Lane. So they would eventually buy the property that the home office actually sits on instead of renting it. They would buy the equipment to print the catalogs instead of paying someone else. They would invest in their own jewelry houses. So because they were reinvesting into the company, making it so profitable, they were able to reinvest so much money into the field and into the programs. So let's talk about Park Lane's 3 programs and how they will then allow you to make a living. Program number 1 is the program you're all already familiar with as a customer, right? Go ahead and put into the chat or the comments if you have ever bought 2 pieces at regular price that were only $20 or $30 so that you could then go on to take 4 pieces at half price. How many of you got an impression bracelet, a CC necklace, something super high end for $30 because you took advantage of that? That's our customer sale, right? So if you took advantage of that program, you already know one of the 3 programs that Park Lane has for us that are so very rich. Now, women love a sale, right? We know there's 2 things we know about sales. Number 1 thing we know is that women love a sale. Number 2 thing we know is that women love to tell their friends about a great deal. Would you agree? Have you ever posted on Facebook, even when you walked out of the grocery store, that you found a really great deal on avocados at your store? Or you posted on Facebook from Kohl's when the good black leggings that your teenage daughter likes is on sale? This is just what we do because we love telling our friends about good deals. Well, that's exactly what our customers do with the Park Lane sale. So because women love to tell their friends about a great deal, that's why they then will say yes to hosting a party. Now, if that also describes you, can you please put into the comments, yes, I've hosted a party? Because what that means is that you liked our sale enough, and you also liked your stylist enough to be willing to share that sale and that experience with your friends and family. That was you sharing the sale. Just like when I told my mom to stop buying the peaches at the one store and to get them at the other store because they were so much cheaper. And we appreciate that so much because that means that not only now are you our customer, but you're our hostess. And because Park Lane wants to thank our hostesses for allowing us that opportunity, then the hostess is rewarded with hundreds of dollars worth of free jewelry. Our hostesses get either $20 an order, but with 10 friends shopping, which many do, that's $400 in shopping credit, plus an extra 100 as a bonus gift that your stylist can share with you, plus your half price items, plus your thank you awards. These are all the rewards for just telling your friend about a great deal. Could you imagine if only Macy's or Dillard's or Kohl's was smart enough to do the same thing? Just imagine right now you went to Kohl's with 10 of your friends to buy the throw pillow that you've been dying to keep an eye on, and it's no longer $40, it's instead on sale for $30. And 10 friends go through with 1 or 2 or 3 of these pillows. Now you're number 11 and you go up to the register. Hi, those 10 people were my friends, so can you please ring me up with my $400 in shopping credit? They'd be like, security to aisle 4, security to aisle 4. Because That's insane in a department store, yet it is the full, complete norm here at Park Lane. So Park Lane is now rewarding our hostesses for bringing us their family and friends to shop the sale that they love so much with the stylist that they love so much right here and getting that free jewelry. So what does that mean for us as stylists? And here's really the meat of what you came here tonight to learn. Because people love the sale and are willing to share it with their friends, because they become a hostess, that's how we make a living, right? So those hostesses are now, which many of you have done this, and we thank you for it. Imagine a silver platter and all of the friends and family, you're handing that to us on a silver platter and trusting us to wow your friends and family, to give them a great shopping experience in both the quality of the products, the ideas that we share, and the deals that your friends and family are going to receive. Then we make the commission on that, which is the highest commission in direct sales. Why? Because Arthur and Shirley reinvested all that money back in 1955 and continue to do so. The sons and the daughters that now own the company and work at the company are the ones reinvesting it today in 2023. So with that investment comes the highest profit program. I came from another direct sales company 14 years into my career, and I started at a percentage of personal sales and a percentage on my team that doesn't even exist at my other company. I started at a level I had to promote at a percentage, 30% that I had to promote. Well, a new stylist starts at 30%, which I had to promote 3 times to get at my other company. Park Lane pays infinitely deep. What does that mean? That if you have a team member who recruits someone, who recruits someone, who recruits someone, and I continue to say those words 50 times, Park Lane is paying you on every single one of those people. Other direct sales companies do not do that. They make a Jenga form that then you have to make sure that all of this pattern is met before you can get that override. Park Lane doesn't do that. Park Lane never demotes you. Do any of you have direct sales experience where you recruited a team and then people quit and then that they took away from you? They demoted your title. They took away the raise you got. They bumped down how much you earned on your team. We don't have that here. Park Lane does not do demotions, does not do punishment, does not do quotas. We work in rewards only. So if you want, we are able to earn $1,100 worth of jewelry every single month. And that's why, did you ever tell me this in the comments? Did you ever attend something with are you in your stylist VIP group? Did you attend a party and there was all kinds of raffles and you were like, oh my gosh, how is she giving away so much jewelry? This is insane. It's because we earn anywhere from $250 to $1,100 plus in jewelry every single month. And again, that's the richness of the programs. We have 2 free vacations every month. We literally just last week started earning a trip to Paris. You can come with us. First level leadership. 1 person on your team puts you on a path to driving a Park Lane Mercedes that is paid for, or you can take a cash bonus. Not an executive level that you're jumping through 20,000 hoops and seeing that money once a year. So all of these programs is what allows you to have a wonderful business, whether you're doing this part-time, full-time, or anywhere in between. So there's only one question left, Joy. What is it?
Why now? Why now? Why join right now? I mean, Paris, I was stuck at Paris. Like Paris, I could start now and go to Paris. Like,
seriously.
Why now, Michele?
Now, first of all, I will say this: any time that you are considering is the right time. We can make a case for why every single day of 365 days a year is the right day to start. And if I was to poll every single person, in fact, why don't we do that? Stylists that are either here in the chat or watching the live stream, can you just comment what month you started? Just put what month was your first show. For me here at Park Lane, it was February.
December.
You were what month?
December.
December. So you started right in the smack of the holidays, right?
I started the week after Christmas.
the week after Christmas. How do you like that? And that's a time where people would say, is that a good time to start? It's always a good time to start, because when you're excited, other people get excited. And also, if you continue to sit on a fence, it hurts after a while, doesn't it? Get off the fence. Some of you have been on this call 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 times. It's time. Get off the fence, get it out of there, and just get it started now. But to be more specific, why now? Did you know that we could book a show for you right now? Some of you may already have a show open. If you have a show open right now, you could tell your stylist, I'm in. They could sign that show over to you right away. And if we put that show in for you by Wednesday, you're getting $200 worth of extra jewelry added to your kit. So there's one why now. If you get a kit today, tomorrow, or Wednesday, $200 extra going into your kit of your choice of jewelry. If you already have a show open, this is a no-brainer, because you're also going to keep the paycheck. If you need to book the show, then let's get that handled. Let the person who invited you onto this, that you want either a launch party or a decider party. The launch party is, this sounds amazing, I want to get started, let's book my party. We will be signing that paycheck over to you. We will be signing those sales over to you. At that party, we work for you, not only to get free jewelry, which you still get just like a hostess, but for that paycheck and for those bookings and for that future team member as well. If you're like, I think I want to, then what you want to answer yes to is a decider show. We're going to put a show on the calendar. We're going to wow your friends and family to the absolute best of our ability. And at the end, we're going to tell you, you have this amount of free jewelry. You have this amount of people who want shows booked, and you have a paycheck of this month. What are your thoughts? You're either going to say, I'm in, and take everything I just said, or never mind, forget it. I just want my free jewelry. And then we will keep the other parts, and you will still get that free jewelry. So between the kit bonus that ends on Wednesday, today's only Monday, so you have 3 days to do that. Well, really 2.5. The brand new start of a catalog. Oh my gosh, that is an unbelievable time. This catalog is only 2 weeks old. You have a whole season of brand new coming up ahead of you. Not to mention, new jewelry comes out all the time. We just had a new catalog come out 2 weeks ago. We had jewelry added to the collection today. $104 less earrings came out. That's how cutting edge you can be all the time, and you're going to be right in on it starting your business. So if any of this sounds amazing to you, then lean in and give it a try. If you've tried other direct sales before, here's what I would encourage you to do. Close your eyes just for a minute and forget that you ever tried something else before. Forget your failed attempt at whatever. And imagine this time it's different. You ask your friends and family, would you like to come to my party? We're going to have, we're going to try on and take a look at brand new, gorgeous jewelry. And they say yes. Imagine you saying, would you like to have a show? I'd love to practice on your friends and family. And they say yes. Imagine that you have people joining your team and they start doing well and you're getting a raise and you're going to Paris and you're driving a Mercedes. These are all things that are real, that are happening to people on this team and can happen to you as well if you share your goal and let us help you. So if any of that sounds good, then be a part of the 5% of people that are willing to try and not part of the 95% that live in fear, because you cannot lose anything by trying. So if you have any questions, feel free to shoot us a message. Feel free to put it into the chat. Feel free to unmute your mic and we can answer that for you now. But I sure hope that you heard something that inspired you to say the word yes and to message that to your recruiter to fill out the form. Wait, the free jewelry part. Okay, so we raffle off something amazing on every free necklace call. This necklace was insanely popular. It's like a $200 piece. It lasted about 5 minutes on the website. So I want to share it with you today. Our gorgeous, I don't even remember the name because it was so fast. Ellie. I guess I do remember. Okay, so the Ellie necklace, absolutely covered in crystal, beautiful link chain, a toggle. This is a super high-end piece. You're going to be so happy to own this. Somebody who fills out the form is winning this gorgeous piece. So, thank you so much for joining us. Joy, thank you so much for being my wing lady today.
This was so much fun.
And we sure hope that you will join our amazing team of stylists, because guess what? Where you join matters. And this team has the resources, the support, the joy, and the love that you need in order to run a spectacular business. And we would love to lock arms with you, share those resources, and support you every step of the way. So thanks again, everyone. Have a great rest of your night. And I hope to see lots of yeses coming through really soon. Bye, everybody.